Welcome to Silver Heist. Thank you to our returning subscribers and guests. Well, gold is at $1,800 an ounce. So not the spot price of gold, but the physical gold. So just like how it got really hard to find silver eagles and buy on the dip, physical gold is over $1,800 an ounce. I recently took some polls on my channel, asked people, that's when gold dropped to 1,500 and silver dropped to 13, and it went lower. Silver dropped to 11 almost. If you had $500 at your disposal, what's the best plan? Buy gold was one of the lower choices. 8%, silver 52%. Buy some food and provisions for yourself right now. 12%. Keep as cash at home or just part of your emergency savings fund. 24%. So this just shows that people have some different needs right now than they might have a month ago. And then, when's the next time you plan on buying physical silver or gold? This was 4 days ago. Today, next week, next month, the biggest at 42%, next year at 14%. So I'm actually kind of more, frankly, between the next month and next year. I just think the next 60 to 90 days are going to be harder than we can imagine. But this really shocked me because I'd love to buy gold right now. Not sure I will. This makes it harder. There is over a $200 premium on a 1 ounce random American Eagle over at APMEX. So what's the most premium you'd be willing to pay for a 1 ounce gold Eagle? And so I tried to just make some simple categories. So I picked 50. Maybe it's more like 60 is typical. But 200 is not typical. So 50 over spot, over half the people, that's where they like to buy gold. 75 over spot, 100 over spot, 200 over spot, which is what it takes right now, and then 300 over spot, I need gold. Has the price of physical gold split from the price of paper gold? Perhaps. There is a crunch in the physical world right now. We saw it in the Silver Eagles first, and so I'm not picking on APMEX. They actually have things that are available, but they're on pre-sale, which means, from listening to other bullion dealers, they have an invoice, they know it's coming, and they can sell it to you if you're willing to wait. So with silver at $14.53, an American Silver Eagle random year would cost you over $25 even for a tube. So it's at least $10 going on $11 premium per coin. So that is just too high. You're not able to buy in the dip if you have to pay those kinds of prices. So first it started with Silver Eagles. Now it's switched over to Gold Eagles. This is a pre-sale for random year. Gold is at $16.18, and a 1 ounce gold coin is over a $200 premium. So typically, a 1 ounce coin is a little bit too much. Well, because it is too much. It's not a little bit too much. It's a lot too much for me. So in terms of stacking, I think a half ounce coin is a stretch, but it's something that I can do. And then a 1/10 is also a good option. This is a little bit of a collectible coin, I admit. But a 1/10 ounce eagle would be achievable. So if these are all eagles, highest premium for 1/10, down lower for a quarter, a little lower for a half, and a 1 ounce coin typically, but I think it could be in the $60 to $70 range. Now this is a $200 premium for a 1 ounce coin, and anything less would even be more. So you'd certainly pay more if you could find it. 2 of these would be a higher premium than one ouncer. All right, so if you're in a position to add to your stack and you're not building up your emergency funds right now, then my recommendation is to look beyond the American Silver Eagle. The premiums are just too high, and the only thing that's going to solve the problem is for the US Mint to start shipping 2020 American Silver Eagles right now. They actually announced that they are behind. They have run out of planchettes or some other inventory problem. So until the US Mint ships 1 to 6 million of these, the premiums are not going to change. And apparently, there could be a shortage of gold bullion at the same time. The Royal Canadian Mint has halted production of bullion for 2 weeks while they make their mint more resilient to the threat of the health crisis. And so they have important things that they want to make, such as quarters and nickels and dimes, and make their mint production more resilient. So the silver maples and gold maples are off the market at the moment, or not off the market, but their supply has been interrupted. So it's not likely. West Point Mint in New York State, just outside of New York City, can turn on the afterburners and make bullion hand over fist. So I think this is a 1 to 2 month problem that's going to last for a long time. So if you can find something, if you're willing to pay a $200 or $300 premium per ounce, then it's available. But maybe you should look at a 1/4 ounce size. And the U.S. commemorative gold coins are just shy of a 1/4 ounce, and that's actually a pretty affordable, typically the lower premium option. So this is not really, if you're in a position to add to your stack, then just add weight and expand your horizons as to the products that you typically stack. And I think you can add weight even in times like these if you're flexible and keep looking for deals. If you think it's important to have some cash right now, have you heard that the largest U.S. bank has closed 1,000 branches and many banks are only open with their ATMs or drive-through windows? If you'd like to learn more, please click on our featured video.